Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Geoguessr. We are doing a diverse world today. It is a map by mapper, and we have what appears to be Greek, which is wonderful, actually. I didn't think we were going to be able to figure out the country right away, to be honest, but I am glad that we were able to. So let's throw down a random guess in the middle of nowhere and spend the remaining 2 minutes and 30 seconds looking for things that don't actually exist. Our main goal is to find, hopefully, an English translation. Worst case scenario, a road number. A road number would be probably the greatest thing we could find. Maybe, if we're lucky, we could find a regional map. We've seemed to find regional maps in Greece a lot. I think it's like one of the only countries where we actually do find regional maps. We'll sometimes find them in like Japan, don't get me wrong, but like I feel like for some reason Greece just has them more than anywhere else. Which makes sense. They have 1 million fucking islands, and they have to keep track of all of them. I guarantee someone could just take one and no one would realize. Right? Like, we'll just take over a Greek island. We don't need Tuvalu, we just need a random Greek island. Nobody will know the difference. But our goal is A, Latin translation, B, road numbers. And it looks like we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so finding both of those might be a little tricky. Now, I know it's not Cyrillic, but it's like the grandfather or the godfather, one of those of Cyrillic. It's related somehow, not really. Would we be able to look at some of these and be able to tell what they are? Now, I do know some Greek letters, not all of them, but I do know a few of them. So I'm wondering if that would help us. Like, this is Sigma, right? Which is supposed to be S. So, could this be pyramid? House? So this would be a D? So B-A-S-I-D-H-S? That doesn't really sound like a word. So maybe it's not house. And then, obviously, this is Omega, so this is... Isn't Omega supposed to be O? Oh, God. Yeah, don't listen to me talk about Cyrillic. Well, not Cyrillic, Greek. Because clearly, I thought we would be able to learn something. I think we just have to learn the Greek alphabet at this point. Right? And, like, we know Sigma, we know Beta, we know Alpha. You know, we know a lot of the main... I'm going to say the bigger Greek letters. The stuff that you used in, like, what, math class? I think. But we didn't find anything. Well, I mean, we found a Greek flag. Ends up being closer to Athens, over by Shim-Atari. So it looks like X is C. Weird backwards Y is I. I am, actually, because Shim-Atari turns into this. And it looks like P is R, which is pretty Cyrillic. And it does look like pyramid is still D, but what was that other one that didn't have the thing on the bottom? I don't see it anywhere. We're trying to learn Greek right now for some fucking reason. I'm sure you guys will tell me anyway. But, I mean, it's not terrible. Back of a car, we are on the left-hand side. We don't have anything on the car besides, obviously, the back of it. Maybe Uganda? Maybe? Montcayane. I don't see the car following us. So we know it's not Nigeria. We don't have the snorkel, so it's not Kenya. We don't have the tape, so it's not Ghana. We don't have rifts. We might have a rift. But that's like limited. That might have been a fake rift. So I guess it still theoretically could be. No, that's exit in English. Can't be Senegal because we would have seen French. So that says Swazi track. Are we in Eswatini? That S-A? What was that? S-Z. Okay. I guess. I've never seen .sz before. Like, ever. Does it feel like Isotini? I feel like whenever we get Isotini, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. We kind of have, like... There it is again, .sc. So, Swazi tribe, agriculture and earth-moving machinery dealers, over by the Isabayani Lodge. And this says Nashua. So if we're in Iswatini, we probably can find a road number, right? Or we should look for a road number. I think I see a green sign over here. Nope, that is a barrel. What about this sign? Doesn't matter, can't see it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's try to get back on the highway. Try and find an exit or a road number. It just says exit. There's no number to the exit. That's not too helpful. Kinda in the middle of nowhere. These are probably billboards. Tom's Water World. Business. The Isabani Lodge. This is probably going to be another random billboard. Yeah, this is native for sure. Swazi something cup. We have to be in Eswatini. It used to be called Swaziland. We have to be. I just don't know what road this is. We have a few like decent sized roads. Maybe over by Manzini. For some reason that feels like we saw that. Maybe. Oh god. Matsafa Micro Hardware. Can we find that in 3 seconds? No, we can't. We probably spent way too much time looking for stuff that didn't actually exist. We actually had a pretty decent guess. We ended up being a kilometer off. Beating Scribbles out just barely. So maybe we did see something that said Manzini. On MR3, we guessed MR9, which isn't bad. That was a good Iswatini guess. Yellow divider lined right-hand side of the road with yellow and black painted on the guardrail. This is Peru. We got the stick on the back of the sign. This right here. It's 100% Peru. Somewhere where there's mountains, it's relatively green. You got me. We all know how good I am at determining... And we have a lake, river, stream. You know how great I am at determining where we are in certain countries. It's not very great. Looking for a road number like every other fucking round. Hopefully it exists today. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I feel like this is going to be more northern for some reason. I mean, we could look at the sun, but then that's us trusting the sun to kind of put us in the right area, which is really not too far north. So maybe where we are right now is pretty good on 5N. We might just get lucky, right? And that's what kind of matters. Yes, we can figure out what country we are. That doesn't seem to be a problem. No, we can't figure out the region. I mean, it's not a desert, so we don't have to worry about the desert area. That's only like half the country, and it's still a north to south orientation. So it's not like, oh, we're definitely in the south, or oh, we're definitely in the north. It's, oh, we're kind of on the eastern half, not really near the water. Although, we're probably anywhere in Peru at this point. Right? Like, it could still be the area that looks like relative desert on the map, as long as we're kind of guessing near the mountains, because even though Egypt is a giant desert, there's still patches of green. Right? Like, you can't rely on, oh, this feels very green, to guess a certain place in a country that has a desert. Like, because it could just be this valley for all we know, the valley that's surrounded by water that is green, and on the other side of these mountains, for all we know, maybe it's dry fucking open desert where the Nazca lines are. But so far, unless these bollards on the sides of the roads have them, we haven't seen a road number. That's actually kind of interesting. Why isn't there an actual entrance? You like need a motorcycle. Where are you gonna park a car? That's weird. I don't think we've ever seen like houses designed to not have availability for a vehicle. The town is called San Miguel. We're out of time. We just hope we're kind of close. There's a river here. It ends up being a lot further south over by Lake Titicaca on 30C. And I don't even see San Miguel anywhere. I don't even know if we went the right way. Even going this way, it's not even listed. So we were kind of in the middle of nowhere. And Scribbles does get an extra 300 points on us. So we need to make up about 1,000 at this point. We do have Taxi. It looks like it's Cyrillic. Although that license plate's a little weird. Elongated plates, no blue. There is a better sign, and it is definitely Cyrillic. Although everything else really isn't. And we do have some with a blue license plate, which is a little concerning to me. Is the letter I on here? I don't see the letter I, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist here, right? Because we're finding blue on the license plates, which would lead us more towards Bulgaria and the Ukraine and Serbia. But we're also finding ones without it, which is very Russian. We could try and find a Dacia. We all know how great I am at actually recognizing a Dacia. Maybe the safe guess here is Bulgaria. It might be the safe bet. Official coverage doesn't feel very like... there's a little bit of official coverage in Belarus, right? So Belarus is an option, but this doesn't feel very Belarusian. We have Horos Electric, Eurocom, more blue on the license plates. For some reason, maybe outside of Sofia or Plovdiv. Begler for professionals, Trend, just cops. At this point, we still would want to find a domain name or website. Well, that's what the domain name is. A flag. We actually know these flags. So the center of what I'm thinking is 3 different languages. There's the MK. That's Macedonia, which actually makes sense, I guess. We didn't even consider Macedonia. Are there any others? That says something Straße, Industriestraße, and Ablar. Do we just go by Skopje? Maybe. Makes sense, I hope. Which kind of, here's what we want. We have E65 to Pristina, and E65 green to Ring Road. So here's 75, 871. Where is 65? Here's 65. Pristina should be to our north on what appears to be E65, which turns into A2. Still, no, it's not. Does it go this way? It does not. Alright, we're out of time anyway. It looks like Scribbles went with Serbia, so we did make up about 350 points. It does end up being over by Skopje, which is actually a pretty decent guess. We got pretty lucky. UAE or Jordan. The mountains, though, are probably more Dubai area. We have Al Rams, Al Nakhil, Ras Al Kamihamiha. It looks like it says E16. I do kind of want to... It might be an 18. E18. I saw an 8. Here's E18. That's awesome. Ras Al Kamina should be south. So we should be 18 kilometers north. Does this turn into... It does... Yes. No, it does not. Oh, it does. It's back up here. So, Al Rams, which is 6 kilometers, is right here. So we are still further north. So from here to here, it's about 16 kilometers. So here to here should be about 6. We return to start. I don't see a body of water, which could be a problem. I do see the mountains. You know what? There is actually water right there. It's directly to our west. So, could be a little bit closer to here. The road itself feels generally north to south. I don't really see a curve either direction. Let's see what this sign right here says. This says Kebda? I don't know what Kebda is, which could be a little bit of a problem. Even if we zoom in, I'm not really seeing Kebda. Okay. We need like another distance sign, to be honest. That's going to bring us closer, so we kind of want to head north. We're across the street from Al Cobton Supermarket. That should be anywhere on the side. It's definitely got to be over here. And then we also have other businesses. We're looking for Al Quab. I'm gonna say Cub. Here's a grocery store. Maybe it's not that one though. Cubtan Super. Perfect. This is where we currently are. We return to start. We are like right here. And we get the perfect score. Not enough to take the lead from Scribbles. We should have only lost by about 200 points or so. Unless I'm messing up my math. Which means it was a pretty close game. It's a pretty close game. 22-7, let's see. 23, so 300 points. That's actually not bad at all. So Scribbles is coming in first place at 23,000 points. I feel like a little bit of a better Peru guess would have been great, as well as a better Greece guess, because our Greece guess was not the best. Either was our Peru guess, but the other 3 we did pretty decent on. Taurus is in 3rd. It looks like Peru kind of screwed up most people. I wonder if there was an Athens sign that I missed. Cedric is in 4th at 21.8. KXRT in 5th at 21.6. Wolftrekker in 6th at 21.3. Rum is in 7th at 19.8. Going with Colombia instead of Peru, but it looks like everything else was pretty decent. Bo in 8th at 17.8. Not going with the UAE. And then Tin in 9th at 11.5. Instead of Peru, going with the United States. And going with Nigeria instead of Eswatini. A few interesting guesses, but, you know, some things happen and some things don't. But that is going to be what we call it for this episode. We have one more coming up in about 2 hours from when this is released. That is going to be the Diverse World Pro League. That will be up at 5 p.m. Eastern. Unless my computer gives me troubles again, which I'm not looking forward to. But until 2 hours from now, guys, enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening. I'll see you in 2 hours.